This is the only video guide you'll need to find every piece of the Heated Madness blueprint in the DMZ mode of Call of Duty. Me and 2 community members were actually able to grab all 5 pieces of this exclusive blueprint in one run, and today I'm going to show you guys how to collect each and every piece. Let's talk about some things you'll want to gear up with before heading into the Kashi complex. Depending on the entrance you're going in and which piece you're going for, I would recommend bringing an extra set of jumper cables and a car battery. The entrances that require a set of these items in order to get into the chemical plant or the dark room will usually provide them to you. These entrances being the entrance below the parking garage in Al Mazrah City and in the tunnels in Rohan Oil. But you'll need an extra set regardless of which entrance you go in so that you can open up the Alpha Cluster and the server room. This portion of the map actually contains 2 of the Heated Madness blueprint pieces that you'll be looking for. The second thing you might want to look around for are radiation blockers and a durable gas mask. If you're going into the Oasis entrance like my team is here, this makes clearing out the bots and collecting the piece in this entrance so much easier. And the last thing that I would recommend bringing in is the Bryson 890 shotgun build that is absolutely legendary down here in the Kashi complex. Here's the build that I would recommend trying. It has no problem one-shotting tier 3 bots, and it makes going through the complex a lot easier. All right, let's get into it. In order to get all 5 pieces in one run, we went through the Oasis entrance where you're going to be searching for the magazine portion of the Heated Madness blueprint. You'll want to work your way through this entrance by clearing out all of the enemies and closing bunker doors to stop the radiation from damaging you. You get to the 3rd room of radiation, you'll want to open up each bunker door manually. There'll be a wheel next to it that you can hold to interact with, and in one of those bunker doors there'll be the magazine portion of the Heated Madness blueprint hiding out somewhere. Before we move on to the other pieces, I should note that you'll want to keep an eye out for AQ laptops. You're going to need 3 AQ laptops in order to do a piece later on in the Alpha Cluster. I usually find anywhere between 1 and 2 AQ laptops at any entrance that I go into, which just leaves me needing to find a 3rd one and a separate entrance later on. Once you've collected that piece, we're going to move on into the dark room inside of the chemical plant. This room can feel like a maze at times, but you're going to be looking for your next blueprint piece towards the center of the chemical plant. The piece you're looking for inside here is the barrel, and it can be located inside of the access tunnels or on top of boxes near the central location of the chemical plant. I wish I had better advice than just look around in the middle, but make sure you do have night vision goggles because it'll make it a lot easier to find this piece. Here's a really important step. While you're in the center of the chemical plant looking for the barrel attachment, make sure to stop in the lit up room in the middle in order to get your rad detector. This is a tactical item you can put in your inventory that we'll need for later. Once you've collected your 2nd piece, you can also go ahead and open up the Alpha Cluster / server room from the inside of the chemical plant here. There'll be a panel on the wall that will receive your car battery and jumper cables, and then you can open up both of the 2 entrances. Be warned that once you leave your entrance and head into the chemical plant, that's usually when PvP will start and you'll be able to find other teams within the Kashi complex. From here, you have a decision to make. You can either head into the server room and try to collect your next 2 pieces, but more than likely you're going to need a 3rd AQ laptop still before heading there. So we decided to open up the other entrances and go into where the other players spawn to find our 3rd laptop. We actually ended up running into a hostile team and were able to take them out and loot their backpacks where they were carrying the laptops themselves. So with the rad detector and the 3 laptops in hand, we headed into the Alpha Cluster and the server room. Inside of the server room, you're going to see a series of 4 lit up pillars. 3 of these pillars have a cable that extends from them that you can hook up your AQ laptops to. The 4th pillar, which is closest to where the L2 doors that you can open with your keycard are, does not have this cable and should be ignored. Climbing on top of the pillars, you can hook up your AQ laptop, which will take a little bit of time, and after all 3 are connected, a siren will go off and the door that's towards the back of the room will be unlocked. You and your team can hop up here to find the grip and 3rd piece of the Heated Madness blueprint, as well as some other loot. Now still within this same room is actually going to be your next part of the Heated Madness blueprint. Back where the L2 doors are that you can open with your keycard, there's going to be a locked bunker door with a keypad next to it. This is where that rad detector that we picked up earlier on is going to come in handy. Make sure you have it equipped and scan the area above the keypad to find 3 symbols. If you're a solo and have a hard time remembering what the symbols look like, you can write them down, and if you have a team, make sure that each person memorizes a different symbol. From here, you're going to find different blackboards all around the server room. When you scan these blackboards with the rad detector, you'll see that a secret message is left behind on the different blackboards, and you're going to look for the symbols that correspond to the symbols you saw above the keypad. When you find a matching symbol, it will point to a number, and all you have to do is remember the numbers that match the symbols on the wall in order to get the correct pin to enter in the locked room. In our case, we were able to find out 2 of the numbers, and then we just brute forced our way in by trying out every number in the 3rd slot. With the correct pin entered, you're able to access the room full of loot as well as the barrel attachment for the Heated Madness blueprint. These 4 collected, you're just one piece away from unlocking the exclusive Heated Madness blueprint inside of DMZ. Before I show you guys the location of the last piece, if you haven't already, please take a moment to like and subscribe to the channel and leave me a comment down below about what you're looking forward to most in season 4 of the DMZ. Alright, so for the last piece that we needed, we headed to the entrance that's located underneath the bridge in the north side of Al Mazrah City, aka the entrance that is submerged in water. Working your way backwards can be a little bit confusing, but eventually you'll get to the area where there's green lasers on the wall that will blow up C4 if you cross them. In this section, you'll see a hole in the wall that's been boarded up with a spray paint red X on it that can be blown up with any lethal explosive. If you don't have any lethal equipment, you can actually defuse the C4 on the wall and pick those up, and that will work as well. Getting this piece can be a little bit tricky. More often than not, I found the piece all the way at the end of the long hall underwater, which if done correctly can be picked up and you can swim out in time without drowning, meaning you don't technically need a rebreather to do this piece. However, if you're a solo, it is highly risky to do that, so I would recommend bringing in a rebreather if you are able to find one. In this case, I was very close to making it out with the piece, but I did die and I just had my teammate revive me. This piece can also spawn off in the rooms on the left and the right of this long hallway as well. So take your time, do some test runs where you first locate the blueprint piece and then hold your breath on the actual run when you go to collect it. This final piece is the optic, and it will complete your set of attachments and unlock the Heated Madness blueprint, which can only be done exclusively within the DMZ mode of Call of Duty. So there you have it. Not too bad. Once again, my team and I were actually able to accomplish this in one run, so it's definitely possible, but more than likely I would recommend gearing up for each specific piece that you're going for and focusing on extracting alive with those pieces. It should be noted that you do have to actually exfil with the piece in your inventory in order for it to be unlocked. With that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video guide. Thank you for clicking onto it. Make sure to subscribe for future videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.